Hi, my name is Lauren Finch. I'm with the RoommateFinder group, and we wanted to create an application that allows people to find roommates in new cities. Oftentimes young professionals will move to new cities, and with the rising cost of rent, they won't be able to afford a place by themselves, but they won't know anyone and will struggle to find a roommate. So we wanted to create a website that allows people to meet others who are living in their same city, maybe people who already have an apartment or people who are also looking for an apartment, and find someone they're compatible with so they can then begin the apartment search together. And right now there's not a great way to do this. You can join a Facebook group, you can go on Instagram to find people, but there's no known website to just go and find roommates. And so we wanted to create that, and that's what we have for you today.
Hi, I'm James Dixon with the RoommateFinder group, and I'll be going over the technologies that we utilized for the creation of our web app. So for the front end, we have HTML, obviously used for displaying the content, and CSS for styling, and then we used JavaScript for the website functionality. On the back end, we used MongoDB Atlas to store data. It's our database. And we used Node.js in order to be able to run JavaScript on our server, as well as to manage our libraries. The most important library of which for us is Mongoose, which is a library that connects MongoDB Atlas with JavaScript and the rest of our website. We use GitHub for version control, as well as to enable us to all share the same code. MongoDB Atlas worked exceptionally well. It's very convenient for storing data and retrieving data, as well as searching through, combining data, etc. Node.js did not work exceptionally well. For unknown reasons, it would cease to function, and our server would not be able to get hosted until we uninstalled and reinstalled it. JavaScript worked like JavaScript. It was quite simple to use, and the rest of the functionality followed along suit.
Hi, my name is Leah Patel, and I'm excited to introduce you guys to Maddie Cox, our persona number 2. Maddie just graduated with a degree in computer science and has landed her dream job in South Carolina. But like many young professionals moving to a large city, she doesn't know anyone here yet. She's looking for a compatible roommate who she can help share the cost of living and also get along with, so that she can start her new life here in Columbia, South Carolina. I'll be going through the sign up, create profile, and preferences page as we go through the web app. So here I will start on the welcome page and click on sign up. So this is where our app comes in, helping people like Maddie find their ideal roommate safely and easily. I'll start by entering her username, Maddie Cox 22, creating a password for her, as well as entering her first name and last name. Once you have entered all your information here on the sign up page, you can proceed by clicking the sign up button, which will load and take you to the My Profile page, where you will be prompted to choose a profile picture for your account and enter a bio and then moving on to entering an email to be contacted through, as well as entering a phone number to be saved, and your age. You can specify your gender as well as what your sleep schedule is. For Maddie, we're going to be entering early bed and early to rise. Now you can proceed by clicking the submit button, which will then move on to the preferences page, where you'll be able to enter your gender preference. I'll be putting women, and you can also specify whether this is a deal breaker for you or not. So we'll go ahead and mark that right there. And then since Maddie is 22, we'll put an age preference of within the first age range right here, and also mark that as a deal breaker. We'll put Columbia, South Carolina. Specify what her budget range is, what cleanliness level she prefers, as well as living style preference. Moving on to guest preference, we can also mark what frequency of guest prefers, such as guests anytime, and sleeping hours, we can put no sleep hour preference, and noise level 3. And finish off your preferences by clicking submit preferences. And you can view your preference details that you have entered on this page, as well as going back to your profile page and viewing your profile photo, as well as your name, bio, and all the other information you've entered to create your profile, as well as having options to edit if you would like to do so.
Hi, I'm Damian Sclafani, and I'll be continuing with the demo. So, now that we've made our profile, we can make our way to the homepage. Here we can see a list of profiles, and we can determine whether or not we want to match with them so that they could have a chance of being our future roommate. So this first one, we have Stinky Stink. Match percent is not the greatest, so we're going to decline it. Here we have Mihork. This one looks like a not good match as well, so we will decline it. And here we have a good match. We have Madeline Doyle, match percent of 80, so we're going to accept this one. And now that we have accepted a match, we should be able to go to matches, and voila, we can now see that we have now matched with Madeline Doyle. So we will be able to click on them in order to chat with them. We can send a simple message like hello. And then it sends. We even get the time and date that it's sent on. Alright, now that we have said hello to the user, we can wait for them to respond and do something else. So now we can go back to preferences and we can make some edits if we need to. So at any time you can go back to your preferences and select whatever different outcomes that you want. So we can do whatever various things that we need, like maybe, oops, the budget range was actually supposed to be under 700, and then we can keep everything else relatively the same. And then we could submit that, and we can see the new preferences. And now we can make our way over to the settings page. And this is where we can do various things like changing the password, changing the email, viewing any blocked profiles, or even deleting your account. What we're going to do here is we're going to change our current password. So you will do this by entering the current password and then upgrading or changing to a new password. You'll hit change password. You'll get a response saying password changed successfully. Then you hit OK, and voila. And now you can simply log out of your account.
My name is Madeline, and we are going to test to make sure that the password was changed correctly for Maddie, which is what Damien did just a second ago. Oh, will you look at that? It worked. All right, and then another great thing that we have is that you can go down here and you can delete your account, and then we have a pop-up because sometimes people click buttons for the wrong reason. So you can click cancel, so then it doesn't like delete your whole account and you have to start all over again. Or you can click delete, which will delete your profile from MongoDB as well as anything else. All right, and then it takes you back to the login page. So we have once again decided to do this because we are young people and we're about to graduate and we're all going to be moving to new cities, and it's always a good thing to have that type of community, and there's not really anywhere for you to find roommates, and we essentially decided that there should be something where people can look for roommates whenever they don't know anybody in the city. So we've done this just to make everyone's lives easier. But this has been our capstone project. We are very, very glad to be doing this. We've spent a whole year on it, and thankfully we have done a lot of work and put in a lot of progress, and it has worked out well for us. Thank you so much.